Hello everyone, welcome to Virtual Board. My name is Vishal Bajpayee. So this video is about my daily job roles or responsibilities or daily tasks that I perform in TCS. So basically I work in a development project and it's been around 2 years for me in TCS. So I'll be completing 2 years in June 2024. So I'm in a development project and I work as a front-end developer, and the technology that I work in is Angular. So we do follow agile methodology in our project. Basically, we have sprint planning, and our tasks get divided or assigned on the basis of a sprint. So let's say a sprint lasts for around 15 days, and if I get assigned with 2 or 3 cards or tasks, so if I get assigned with 2 or 3 tasks, so those tasks are basically assigned through Jira cards. So if you are not sure about what Jira board is and what Jira cards are, so maybe I'll try to add a screenshot here so that you can get a reference of what I'm talking about. So basically Jira board is a tool. Jira is a tool that is basically used to track our cards or tasks, if you want to just understand this in a layman's term. So let's say a sprint is of 15 days and I got assigned with 3 tasks. Now my role is to complete those 3 tasks within the span of those 15 days. I should try to complete those tasks. And if there is some blockage and my card is stuck at the development phase or testing phase, then we can also carry it forward to the next sprint. But developer should try that his or her cards are not carry forwarded to the next sprint. Okay, now Jira board has various what we can say phases or sections like to do. So to do contains the card that we have to do, in progress, the cards that we are currently doing. Then comes testing, BA review, like that, exit amigo and amigo. So there are 7 to 8 steps basically through which a card goes in every sprint. So I've worked on both type of projects in TCS. The project which was already created 50% and the project that is starting from scratch. So what is the difference between the project that has already been created and you just have to add some new enhancements, and the difference between the project that has newly started from scratch? So basically the project that has already been developed 50% and you just have to add some new screens and enhancement to it. So that become quite easier, and that basically requires less technical knowledge in comparison to the project that is starting from scratch. Why I'm saying that is basically when you start working on a project that is already 50% developed, and if there are functionalities that are recurring, so you just need to refer to the piece of code that is already written. Do not have to think too much of the logic, too much of the code, and basically the file pattern. You just have to refer the existing code. And this is the opposite in the case of a project that is starting from scratch. You will have to look for things from internet. You will have to work on new ideas, maybe on new topics maybe. So you get to explore too much, you get to learn too much. This is what I think in my experience. My experience may differ with others, but this is what I think at 2 years of experience. So maybe when I'll see this video after 3 to 4 years, then my point of view might get changed, but for now this is what I think. So I worked on both type of projects. So like I said, in the project that was already somewhat developed, I have to work on some enhancement tickets. I have to add some new screens, and that screen contains various UI elements like form, buttons, and we do have to perform some operations. On the click of a button, a form should submit, or we should be able to populate the value in the forms. So like that, there are many UI elements that UI developer have to work with. And we also used to do the API integration for those forms. Let's say if there is any API involved or any data is coming from the APIs, so we do also work on the API integration part. Interestingly, I have also worked on creation of an API for the same project. So that's the thing right now. And for the project that has been newly started, so it has been started 3 to 4 months back. So I have worked on some POCs that included the micro frontend POC. So the new project that we were working on was basically based on micro frontend web architecture. I have already created a few videos on that. If you have not watched, so you can just go to my channel page and you can watch those micro frontend videos. So I have been the part of some initial POCs in that project, and in the new application everything we need to do from scratch. We'll have to do all the setup part, all the login authentication part. Though everything is done from scratch. So although I was not the part of the team when this initial setup was being done. I was earlier the part when POCs were getting made, but in between I was not the part because I was allocated to the project that I just discussed that was already developed somewhat, and I have to complete it and deliver it. So that's the reason I was not fully accommodated in the new project. But I can give you a little bit idea that. So basically, developers get assigned with the page, their functionalities, how should a component react. So basically in Angular, we call a page as a component. So what will be its behavior, what will happen on a click of button, how will a model appear, how to filter the data. So these type of things, how to display the data, in what format data should be displayed. So we get some type of wireframes from the UX team, and UI developers or the Angular developers have to work on those wireframes, and then once we are done with the designing part, once we are done with the API integration part, and once we are done with the functional part of that component, our card gets moved to the testing stage where testers test it. So tester performs various types of testing on those cards, maybe integration testing, functional testing, and smoke testing. So those type of things are performed by tester in the testing phase. And once the testing phase is done, the card gets moved to BA review. So where basically the people from the client side check your card or test your card, to be honest, and if they have some suggestions, they provide you comments, and you'll have to update your card accordingly. So that's how it works. And once everyone is like okay with your card can be moved to done. So this is the whole process, and this is what generally I go through on a daily basis. So this was a very random video, and I'm also shooting it at 5 a.m. So I hope you will get a little bit idea of what my day-to-day tasks are. If you want more videos like this, if you want experience from different companies and different job roles, you can comment it down in this video, and you can share this video obviously. Thank you for watching the video.